Hey fams. Hey y'all. No, that's okay, let's get to the point. So if you guys don't know, April is financial literacy month, and I wanted to share with you guys an aspect that no one really talks a lot about, or at least I don't see it being spoken about, which is when negotiation goes bad. I know. We don't want to think about that, right? We all want to make more money, but what happens when you go into negotiations with your boss and not only do you not get what you asked for, but you end up feeling like crap for even asking for it? That happened to me. So this was one of my earlier experiences with negotiating, and it literally felt like war. And I get it. I understand why people are scared to ask for more money, especially if you had a really bad encounter like I did. This was, I think, my second real job out of college. And I quickly learned that I was not being paid a lot compared to not only other individuals with similar roles, but the national average for the type of role that I had. So I immediately knew I need to ask for more, or else I'm going to be behind the eight ball when it comes to salary progression throughout my career. So I spoke with Evan about it. I did my research. I came prepared. I was so ready, y'all. I was like, I'm about to walk away being paid what I need. Okay. I'm going to be appreciated. That didn't happen. So I go to my boss and I say, I want to have a conversation about compensation. Immediately after saying that, my boss seemed very uncomfortable and not at all interested in this conversation. I proceeded to go on to tell him about the national average salary, and I even shared some of my accomplishments, and I point blank asked for what I thought I deserved. Now, the salary I asked for wasn't even that big of a difference compared to what they were already paying me. But what I really wanted to see was, is this the type of company that's going to appreciate me in the way that I need to feel appreciated? Now, of course, when you go into negotiations, you should always have a walkaway number. You may not get the number you're asking for, but you want to be able to say, if I don't get exactly what I'm asking for, what's going to make me feel okay to walk away with? It may be $5,000 less, $10,000 less, only you can figure that out. Well, my boss didn't want any walkaway number. He didn't want to give me a raise at all. In fact, he even went so far as to say that I'm coming off as ungrateful. Yeah. Throughout my career, I have had numerous uncomfortable conversations when it comes to salary progression, promotions, having more responsibility, and they all did not fall on welcoming ears. Some were not taken positively, others were. But I think the biggest lesson I learned is that when you go into negotiations, it's critically important to take note of how the party that you're discussing this with is reacting. Because even if they agree to give you what you're looking for, if they did it reluctantly, you might be on your way out in the next couple of months. If they did it gleefully, then you might be in a great place. Ultimately, however, I think negotiation conversations are going to tell you a lot about the culture of the workplace that you're in and if that's a place for you. I love that a lot of people are talking about asking for money, being transparent about what they're making, but it's important to understand that in those conversations, the goal isn't just earning more money. The goal really is to figure out, is this the place for you? That experience was horrible. I left crying actually to my husband, feeling so stupid for even bringing that up. And this was one of my first times negotiating. My boss made me feel so small and so dumb for asking for what I honestly deserved. But I'm glad I had that experience because it made me more confident later on that it's okay to go into negotiations because the worst thing that I thought could happen, it happened. And I'm still standing. So if you're thinking about having a conversation with your boss, go ahead and do it. The worst they can do is call you ungrateful and you might cry, but you'll get over it. No, but seriously, don't hold off on asking for what you deserve just because you're scared of how it would be perceived. I didn't get the raise that I wanted and I ended up getting insulted in the process. But what I got from my boss was bigger than any salary increase that he could have given me. He gave me insight that I was in the wrong place and I was devoting my time, energy, and talents in a work environment that, quite frankly, did not deserve my talents. So let this be your encouragement that the worst that can happen is someone will say something negative to you and you might cry about it, but you'll be better off for it in the end. Good luck.